Well, they've cited three separate regulations as part of this. The first one is to do with aerodynamic effect, and yeah, this is kind of stretching the regulation a little bit. It's the standard one that says that you can't have movable aero and you can't adjust that in while the car's in motion. So obviously the toe change of the front wheels could be regarded very tenuously as a movable aero thing, which is really kind of stretching things. Then the other one goes into the suspension regulations, 10.3 in the technical regulations. And again, you'd need to understand exactly the argument that Red Bull are putting out there. There's a couple of regulations there. One of them says that with the steering wheel fixed, the orientation of the front wheels in terms of, camber, toe and ride height should all be fixed. But obviously, this is misunderstanding the regulations weren't written for a steering wheel that goes backwards and forwards. So again, you need to understand exactly how Red Bull are wording it. And then equally about how the suspension is allowed to change as the vehicle is moving. And it's quite interesting. These two areas which Red Bull are tackling are specifically suspension items. There's a separate set of regulations for the steering, which arguably what DAS is all about. But obviously, the two are interlinked, and it's finding a careful wording that actually underlines why Red Bull think that this is illegal. It's one of those things. You could argue that DAS isn't what F1 cars should be running. You shouldn't be adjusting the steering wheel to adjust the toe. In fact, you shouldn't need to in a good racing car with a good set of tyres on it. That shouldn't be something that, well, let's face it, it's never been developed in all of these years of motorsport, but it only has been now in Formula One. So, should they have it? I mean, I don't think DAS is right for Formula One, but the regulations simply aren't worded to outlaw it, which is why they introduced it in the first place.